Before the great ports of France and Belgium were opened up, before the railroads were serviceable, the problem of supply was perhaps the greatest problem Allied commanders had to face. The only available means of bringing food to the liberated areas, equipment and supplies to the battle zones, was by a highway which came to be called the Red Ball Highway, an endless stream of trucks and trailers rolling to the fronts on one-way roads. Along the narrow French roads, in fair weather and in foul, over the battered bridges, through the smashed villages, 24 hours a day, the Red Ball moved. It was the Red Ball who, in the fighting in Brittany, had to break its way past enemy patrols to get gasoline up to the forward troops. It was the Red Ball who brought the first food into Paris when the city had been liberated. It was the Red Ball who, on a maze of unfamiliar roads, supplied the Allied armies stretched from Antwerp to the Vosges, supplied 6 armies, and kept supplying them for 3 long months. Pauses on the long road didn't come often, and when they came, they didn't last for more than a few minutes. And there was more than driving to be done. The trucks had to be kept in tip-top shape, for a faulty spark plug or battery could be as dangerous as enemy strafing for keeping supplies away from the fronts. In 81 days of operations, the Red Ball carried 500,000 tons, 1,000 million pounds of supplies. The trucks themselves devoured 200,000 gallons of fuel. The American drivers and packers and loaders and maintenance men, the U.S. Army Transportation Corps, did a job that had never been done before in the history of war. No blackout at night. Enemy bombers held fewer dangers than did driving in the dark. Dusk and night and dawn, 60 feet intervals, eyes on the road hour after hour. 4 hours on duty, 4 hours off. Sometimes there were accidents. In spite of every precaution, the inevitable did occur. But the trucks moved on. The supplies kept going forward. By mid-November, with the opening of Antwerp and the partial repair of the railroads, the Red Ball job was done. But it had been one of the greatest factors in all the victories in the West.